A funny exchange between Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, a member of the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, and Gwede Mantashe, the Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy, has been circulating on social media in recent days. Please kindly hit on the subscribe button as we go into the details. The humorous encounter happened during a parliamentary session and has since drawn a lot of attention from spectators. Minister Mantashe was addressing the assembly on a crucial matter during the parliamentary session. Dr. Ndlozi took a minute during the serious talks to add a little comedy to the exchange. He made a point of order, which is a way to address procedural concerns or provide clarifications on topics during a discussion. But rather than raising a procedural issue, Dr. Ndlozi offered the minister some style advice. Dr. Ndlozi casually mentioned that Minister Mantashe's jacket buttons were not securely buttoned. The comment was delivered in a light-hearted manner and caused a ripple of amusement to travel through the room. Despite his reputation for being strict, Minister Mantashe smiled in response to the remark. This event brings attention to the lighter side of politics that is sometimes overlooked. Though serious conversations and debates on important national issues often take place during legislative sessions, occasions such as these serve as a reminder that legislators are also people. Amidst their arduous obligations, they may also enjoy a good chuckle and some light-hearted conversation. On social media, the video of this exchange became viral very fast. Many people enjoyed how Dr. Ndlozi could inject comedy into a somber setting, and they spread the video widely. The video received mixed reviews, with some praising Dr. Ndlozi's humor and others making lighthearted jokes about fashion advice being a regular fixture in Parliament. Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi is renowned for his persuasive orations and fervent support of several causes. This episode, however, reveals a different aspect of him, one that can discover and express comedy even in formal situations. Many people, both within and outside of politics, have grown to love him for his approachability and sense of humor. However, Minister Gwede Mantashe was also commended for his affirmative response to the remark. It demonstrated his capacity for lighthearted interaction with colleagues in spite of the sometimes stressful and serious nature of legislative work. His response was a timely reminder that good humor can be found at even the highest levels of political discourse. The widely shared video with Dr. Ndlozi giving Minister Mantashe style advice during a parliamentary session has offered a welcome window into the human aspect of politics. It emphasizes the value of humor and companionship in even the most formal situations, demonstrating the uniting power of laughter. Once more, the South African Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy, Gwede Mantashe, has voiced serious concerns to the public over the employment policies in the nation's hospitality sector. Mantashe said, "We can't accept that every time I go to the restaurant, I am hardly served by a South African." The hiring of foreign nationals in South Africa's service industry has become a national topic of discussion after this comment. Mantashe's remarks draw attention to a wider problem that has gained traction recently: the belief that recruiting foreign workers is preferred over indigenous South Africans in a number of areas, including hospitality and restaurant management. The minister's statement highlights a rising feeling among South Africans who saw themselves as outsiders in their own nation. Historically, a varied workforce has been essential to the South African hospitality industry, which is a major sector that contributes considerably to the country's economy. Concerns have been expressed about South African people employment prospects due to this dependency. The percentage of unemployment in South Africa is still quite high, especially for young people, according to latest figures. Mantashe's remarks highlight how vital it is to rectify this inequality. Different industry analysts explain this tendency in different ways. Some contend that since they often accept lesser pay and longer hours, foreign workers are more appealing to companies. Others draw attention to the fact that foreigners sometimes have unique abilities or work ethics that are highly regarded in the hospitality sector. In order to guarantee that South Africans are given precedence in the labor market, Mantashe's call to action raises the possibility that the government may need to enact stronger laws. This can include amending the labor laws that are in place, tightening up enforcement of the rules that are already in place, and providing incentives to companies who hire people in the area. Mantashe's opponents contend that rather than restricting job prospects for foreigners, the emphasis should be on enhancing the comp.